My name is Grin, and this is my beard. The beard. So, what crumb am I pulling out of my beard today? That crumb is I went to watch a movie in the theaters with my daughter. It was great. Met some friends. A lot of fun. But Japanese theaters are not great. And there was maybe 10 people at most in this giant IMAX theater watching this movie. Very small crowd. So, about the movie, we went to see Venom, The Last Dance, the Venom 3, the third one. And I liked it. Thought it was great. Didn't like it as much as the first or second one, and I'll go into that in a minute. But yeah, so we went to see Venom, and first I want to talk about Japanese theaters and the way they do their thing. It's kind of annoying. You see, when I was looking for times of this movie, I also noticed that Gladiator, the movie Gladiator, was playing. It's not really Gladiator. It's Gladiator something. I don't know what the full title of it is. It's like a sequel or something like that. I don't know. But it's not the original, I don't think. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. But, geez, Venom is not Venom 3 in the theater. It's just Venom. Not even Venom The Last Stand. It's just Venom. And it's like, Venom came out years ago. How many years ago? I don't remember. So calling it Venom, why couldn't they say Venom 3 or Venom? The reason why, I get it. The reason why is because people don't want to watch the third one. They want to watch the original one, the first one. And so if they figured that if they don't put the 3 on there or the Last Stand on there, then people will think it's like a remake or the first one of something. Of course it's not. But in the fact that they have to do stuff like that in order to get people to come watch the movie is ridiculous. Theaters in Japan just are not fun. They're not great. I don't know what it is about the motion picture theaters here in Japan, but the movies that they choose are not very good. Now the theaters themselves are immaculate. They're gorgeous. They're clean. They're very high quality. But the movies that they show, not so much. I think my ticket was $15 or sen500 yen, and then my daughter's ticket was sen yen, about $10. That's give or take. Is the US dollar to Japanese yen conversion keeps changing, and it's not very good right now, so it's probably quite a bit more than that. Probably about $20 for 20 or 20 something dollars for my ticket, and about $15 for her ticket. So there's not very many people there. They don't have. It's all like automated now. Like you get your ticket by going to this kiosk and doing everything on a touch screen. And when you buy when you order your popcorn and all that other stuff, again, it's a kiosk that you just use a touchscreen. You order what you want, and then the people behind the counter give it to you. I mean, it does seem to make things go quicker. We were able to get our popcorn and drinks and whatnot quick enough to make it to the movie without missing any of the beginning parts. So that was good. That was good. But it's not really not a great experience. But then again, many people don't like talking to the people at the I used to work at a theater, AMC, back in Arizona. And I'll tell you what, I remember I was working I started out as a porter. A porter is somebody who cleans the theater when everybody's done. And there's one other guy there who's always just really funny and really, he had a lot of energy. and so I was like, I wanted to model that because he seemed like he was the popular one in the group. There was a lot of porters. We'd have like a team of us of 6 people going in to clean up or maybe more. I think it was like 8 people. Sorry, it was 8 people going in to clean up the theater, and they stagger the times of the theaters, so it'd be like 15 minutes in this theater cleaning it up, 8 people cleaning it up real quick, and then go to the next theater and do the same thing there. It's pretty efficient. And then they put me in as they put me in the concession stand, and that's, I guess, they really loved me there because I don't know if you've ever been to a theater back in the day. I don't know if it's the same way like this in the States, but when you go to the theater and you go to the concessions and you want to order something, it always seems like they're taking their sweet time. Like they've got no rush in the world. And you're like, I'd like some popcorn and a Coca-Cola. Like, a popcorn and a Coca-Cola. Okay. And then they mosey on over to the popcorn thing and they're just like, shh, shh, put it in there. And that used to bother the hell out of me. It's like, I want to get I want to go in. I want to see the previews for the next movie and stuff like that. So I don't want to deal with this kind of stuff. Yeah. So as a concessions employee, whatever you want to call me, I was running around. Like they ordered a Snickers bar, and I'm like, down, get up, boom, on the table. They order a drink or a coffee or a soda machine. I'm like, I'm sliding around. Like there's all this popcorn oil on the ground and it's so slippery, and I'm just like sliding. You see me just like sliding from place to place, getting these people their stuff. And of course, my line was just going. People would get their stuff and get out, and my line would start getting really long compared to everybody else's line, but my line was going fast. And because of that, they wanted to give me a job higher up. They're like, we love your hustle. The manager actually called me in one day and told me, I want to give you a tour of the whole place. And we went upstairs into the projector rooms, and I got to meet some of the technicians up there and show me about all that stuff. And this was just before I had my accident, crashed my car, and was no longer able to go to work. And so I know what it's like. You just don't want to deal with people, and you want to get your stuff. You want to get your concessions quickly. You want to get your Coke quickly, your popcorn, and get to your movie as fast as possible. So these kiosks are pretty good for that because there's a bunch of them, and many people can order at the same time. And instead of the people taking your order also filling your order, they just fill orders, which is great. Saves on time, saves on everything. Pretty neat experience, I guess. But again, the movies that they play are just terrible. Like I'm always like, oh, there's gonna be this movie coming out soon. Like I don't even lately know what movies are really popular in the States because those movies just don't come here. It's very rare that a movie like Venom is in the theaters. I mean, they had what was it? The Marvel series, Avengers, in the theaters, but that was like the extent of it. There's no other movies. You're definitely not gonna see any like dramas or anything like that in the theaters in Japan. It's gonna be all action movies from the States. If there's gonna be a drama, it's gonna be a Japanese-made drama. So it's not really the greatest experience. Now, still really awesome though compared to American theaters. American theaters, you go in, the place is all drab and dusty and dirty and sticky and ugh. But these theaters here in Japan are just immaculate, clean as a butler's tuxedo. It's just wonderful. So, quite the experience, and I suggest if you get a chance to go to a movie theater in Japan, do it just for the experience, even if there probably isn't any good movies to watch. Now, that being said, Venom. Venom 3, The Last Stand. Yeah, I figured, Venom 3, The Last Stand would mean that, like, it's the end. Like, okay, this is the trilogy and it's going to be a real ending. Well, I don't want to be the party pooper. Maybe you don't want to hear it, but it's not the end. They're going to continue this franchise for I don't know how long. And what I liked about the first and the second one is they were full contained stories. You had your bad guy, and at the end you had an ending, and that was great. So this one, you had an ending, but it wasn't satisfying. Not satisfying at all. Yeah, just not satisfying. If you want to go to Venom because it's still a cool movie. Don't get me wrong. It's a cool movie. I like Venom. Venom is awesome. McFarlane's ideas are really cool. I loved Spawn when it came out. Yeah, good stuff. Really good stuff, but not like Venom 1 and Venom 2 good. This is like lead up to the really big one, Venom 4 good, Like it's the Star Wars to Empire Strikes Back. You got to watch Star Wars before you can watch Empire Strikes Back. And if you like the Return of the Jedi, then you got to watch the other two to watch that one. That's the kind of movie it is. I know they're gonna go. Venom 4 is gonna be a big thing, and yeah, okay. I've got the lead up to that now. I just kind of wish I didn't see it in the theater, but there's no choices for movies in the theater. In fact, here in the theater here in Japan that I went to, there was only one showing of Venom. In fact, all the movies that I saw, I only saw one or two showings for each theater. It's like, so they're only open for 6 hours a day. That's it. 6 hours of movies, and then they close up. That's how theaters are here nowadays. They don't even open in the morning. Nobody goes to see early shows. They don't open in the afternoon. They open in the evening. First showing of Venom was at 6 o'clock, 6:15, and it was the only showing. So, and most of the other shows were also 6 something, 6 this, 6 that. So they would all end around, in a staggered amount of time different, so that the porters could clean. But they don't even need to worry about that, because it seemed like as soon as the movie's over, that theater's not going to be used again. So they only get each one of those theater rooms only gets one showing per day. And it was a Sunday, and it was pretty dead. There weren't very many people there at all. Our group was the biggest group. All my friends and my daughter and her friends. So we were the biggest group there for all of the movies that we could tell. So, anyways, Venom. If you want to see Venom: The Last Stand, it's a good movie. Do I suggest seeing it in the theaters? If you like theaters, go watch it in the theaters. Otherwise, yeah, I'd probably wait until it's like on some sort of streaming service, especially if you can watch it in 4K. If you've got a 4K streaming service, then yeah, you should do that instead. But even 1080p, I'm sure this Venom 3 will be a really cool movie to watch on your home theater. So that's what I would suggest. Watch it at home, unless you really like the movie theater experience. Thanks for listening to my long spiel. Have a great one.